in advance to say, yeah, in 3 days I'm gonna be sick and not be able to tell you.
Okay.
It's weird with this flu going around. I mean, you don't even know. It's crazy. Like if one of us just gets sick one week, it's
Yeah.
weird. And Abby just dropped. So
Well, shit. I just went live too.
Well,
Welcome to the stream.
Oops. That's not what I wanted. My levels are
I'm telling
so
you, dude.
fucked now.
her sister just chews on the Ethernet cable sometimes. It just happens.
what you gotta do is just gotta expose the wiring a little bit, so that way you get a little zap.
Alright, let's hope that goes okay and doesn't spike. Okay, she's back. Everyone here? We happy?
Yep.
I'm cool.
Okay, so y'all motherfuckers sold some dragon eggs. I'm gonna start off by retconning some stuff. Okay, so Kai, everyone went shopping last week. Things that were still on sale were a Trident of Fish Command and
Which I do not want.
Eyes of the Eagle.
Which I do want.
Oh, you do?
And a
Okay.
hat of disguise.
I think those were. Oh yes, the hat of disguise. I totally forgot about that.
Well,
one.
I have disguise self at will. So.
Yeah, yeah.
But it could be in hat form.
You could have double disguise self at will.
Yeah, you take off the hat and it's not you; it's an old man underneath.
Right. I totally
Does
forgot.
that work on Misha?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, interesting.
Misha isn't smart enough to use the hat.
Anyways, okay, so that was 300 gold pieces, I think. So,
Okay.
you can add that to your inventory. Because I'm trying to follow the rule of never just give a character a +1 item. I'm actually gonna retcon a little bit about Vaughn's shield. So
No.
I'm adding to it. I'm not deleting from it. So, yes, your shield. Which
It is now made of plywood.
It is now made of.
All right, so
bowstring,
this is
it will
a
break if
standard
you roll
kite
it
shield.
down.
It's a standard kite shield, but on its surface, it appears to be thinly plated with gold and almost polished to a mirror shine. You get the feeling like all it was is in the shop is described as a magical shield, so a +1 shield. But you kind of get the impression that there's something more to it. So if you can investigate that at your leisure, but your shield
Interesting.
might have an additional property that
Okay.
that was not listed on the shop card.
So is this shield still a +1?
It is still a +1 shield.
God damn! So you just got retconned that your shield wasn't good enough.
Yeah. No, I'm completely happy with that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't want to give you this plain shield, so now it also can summon dragons out of its face.
It isn't quite that powerful, but
This unsuspecting buckler can actually open a void to another dimension.
Oh, shit.
anyways. All right, so you guys have been hanging out in Elturel for a while. Kai, Rhatzeal, you've been sort of chilling in the hotel room, watching over the guard Drake for the last few days. If you want, you can just knock off your 300 gold there and add your Eyes of the Eagle. I can pull up the description of that if you'd like.
I know what it does.
Okay.
I watched all the VOD.
Excellent.
While we're doing this, who actually wants and who doesn't want? What the hell? Who actually wants and who doesn't want a split of the 5,000 gold?
Okay, I want the gold, and I want whoever doesn't want their share.
Bitch better have my money.
Okay,
So Abby's the only one that doesn't want gold, unless she's changed her mind.
it's not about what Abby wants, it's about what Talia wants, and she's gone.
She wants to get away from us.
I feel like that's Talia saying no, so I'll take her share.
No, I already got dibs. Plus, you're in my debt still.
Oh yeah, I did have that written down. Yeah.
I think you owe him 100 gold.
200 gold.
I mean, I was just gonna kind of like let it go unless he said something. But
I mean, he already said he was going to charge you interest on that, so you might not want to do that.
Yeah.
Call it
3
You
weeks
don't want him to
later.
start compounding that.
3 weeks later. All right, that comes out to about 5,000 platinum pieces.
All right. Okay. So, anyways, Abby, you good over there?
I swear she's gonna end up knocking my door in 5 minutes. She's like, "Internet, please."
Hold on,
Okay.
just two. Whilst Abby's having problems, I'm
Tempting.
Okay.
just
Hmm.
1 second.
And Jake's gone. Hooray!
I mean,
So, guys,
Sip my
welcome
coffee.
to our broadcast.
We're
Yeah.
super professional at this. Can't you tell?
I just wanted to add that I'm actually so professional that since our characters are in, and in our last session we were drinking heavily, that I went out last night and got wasted and I'm super hungover just so I can get in character.
Hot
So
damn.
I also downed a double margarita about 10
Genius.
seconds before falling asleep last night. So,
Apparently, oh, there
I'm
it
right
is.
there with you. Well, while Jake's not here, let's divide up that 5,000 gold.
Perfect.
I mean, since he's not here, I'm assuming he doesn't want his share.
That's right.
So-
Oh,
Right.
in
Makes
that
sense.
case, It's
Abby, do you want your share of dragon money or no?
Nope.
Okay.
Oh boy, Jake.
Well, in that case, everyone can add 1,250 gold to their character sheet. Also, have fun carrying that.
oh, I just added in platinum.
What's that, 125 platinum?
Yeah.
Is there?
What's the problem with carrying that? I've still got like 300 capacity left.
No problem.
Abby was
Did you add weight of your plate armor yet?
Actually, I don't think I did. I still have the like scale or splint weight.
You might want to add that.
Yeah, I probably should.
Because that shit's heavy.
I actually have to look it up. Let's see. Pull out the player's guide. How heavy could it be? Oh, it's actually not that heavy. It's only 5 pounds more than the splint.
All right, sorry about that.
Add
Okay.
1,250 to your. Actually, add 125 platinum to your character sheet.
125 platinum and 100 gold from Virtus.
Yeah, totally.
Hey, if you don't want to pay up, I got a crowbar. I'll
Oh,
just
yeah,
take your
well-
kneecap.
I have a gold-plated mirror shield now, so
I honestly think
You're a half elf. You sleep.
I could totally see Lucina just trying to hit Virtus and actually doing more damage to herself. Like just more
Hey, it's
ones
not a
and
bow.
something that beats the armor class. I could really see that happening.
It's not a bow, and it's a crowbar. Just pop off the kneecap on the leg pit, and bam.
Okay. Anyways, we're good now. Okay. So yeah, you guys have like been hanging out in Elturel. You've done your shopping. The people here at a pair of Black Antlers, the tavern you've been staying in, and the headquarters to the Order of the Gauntleter. They're kind of thoroughly impressed with you. They've been enraptured with your stories of just your adventures so far. And kind of on the third evening, you guys are kind of all hanging out together, and a squire, a squire that you recognize as being in service to Ontharfrum, kind of approaches you, and he's like, "Excuse me, the five of you, Onthar and Leosuna would actually like to have a word with you two, if you wouldn't mind following me."
With who?
With all of you. Sorry,
Okay.
I misspoke.
Okay, shoot.
And run.
I was gonna try to hustle us out of here, but fine, let's go.
All right, let's
talk.
figure this out.
Okay, so Froom Squire shows you to a private space off the tavern's common room and closes the door when he leaves. Waiting for you in the room are the broad-shouldered human paladin, the monk Leosin, and many pitchers of dark red wine. The paladin's face wears a serious expression, unlike its usually open continents. My friends, we have important business to discuss. At this point, you know almost as much as about it as we do, and thanks to you, we knew twice as much today as we did a 10-day ago. Something rotten is afoot. We have no formal organization to oppose these rascals. Not yet, anyways. We're working on that. And we need people like you, who know how to fight, who know how and when to fight, and how and when to keep their heads down and observe. We can't promise you anything except for long days filled with danger and stress. But what could be better than that, huh?
I mean, living, but apparently that's not one of the things you were concerned about. I mean,
He's a paladin. He can heal himself. It's fine.
Leosin was a monk. He couldn't. He was gonna die.
Anthar's kind of running this meeting, and he's kind of looking for a response from you guys.
So what would you have
No,
us
I-
do?
I legitimately said that to Leosin, just like,
Okay, so they kind of like usher you in and say, well, let's talk about who we are first, real quick. And they kind of direct you to some chairs. And they're like, okay, well, we kind of represent a number of different factions here who are concerned about the cult of the dragon. Leosin kind of steps up and he says, you know, I represent the Harpers. The Harpers are kind of a more secretive group. We're dedicated to equality and justice, and to keep power out of the hands of people who don't deserve it. And we definitely see, the cult of the dragon trying to amass power. He kind of gestures the uh, to the necklace he wears around his neck, and on it is a pendant that has it has a emblem of a harp on it. And Anthar is like gestures, and kind of lifts his beard out of the way, and around his neck you can see a pendant of a gauntlet grasping a long sword, and he says, "And as you know, I represent the Order of the Gauntlet. Um, you know, we share many of the same principles here. The Order of the Gauntlet emphasizes faith, vigilance, and the constant struggle against threats of evil." Um, and he says, we represent, you know, two distinctly different groups, but we're all working to the same end right now, and that's this cult of the dragon. We have other allies too, but what we would have you do is have you join us along this in this fight against them.
so we have a communist and a priest, a punchy priest.
Communists. Where are you getting
Harper's
communists
on
from?
Harper, he's all about equality.
Okay, well, fair enough.
That's not communist.
If everyone's
that's
equal,
in a very, very broad sense, I suppose that's communists. But yeah, so what's happening here is that the five of you are being offered membership into either of these organizations if you want to. But they're also gonna. So, is anyone interested in joining either the Harpers or the Order of the Gauntlet? Where the Harpers are a little bit more secretive. They kind of operate in the shadows. They don't have as much of a structure as like the Order of the Gauntlet, which is a little bit more it has a little bit more of a military structure almost. It has, rank is a little bit more important among these people than among the Harpers.
That's a negative for Giovanni.
Uh,
And Leosin says, like, we can offer, this is our way of offering you as many resources as we can. Like those horses you got back in Green Nest, that's just one example of how membership in the Harpers might be useful to you. We can make arrangements to get you guys some resources on the fly.
Like what other animals?
Leosin kind of looks at you and says, "Excuse me."
Like you got us horses, so what other animals are you going to get us if we join this? Your group.
Like, well, that's not really the. He kind of he's chewing on this. And he doesn't really know how to answer it. He's like, I mean that we were just trying to get you transportation more so than get you animals, but do you have any special?
Well, I'm out.
Well, so resources includes information, obviously. So you and your
Naturally, he says.
very secretive group, I imagine you have people all over the coast.
Oh yes. We have agents pretty much in every major city who are getting ready to make a move on this cult of the dragon. Or really just lacking right now is intelligence.
I mean, I would say so, given that you wanted to tie yourself to a pole and get hung. But anyway, yeah. As long as you don't require me to like sign a contract in blood, giving you my soul, sure.
Okay.
Everything that was said in character. So
Okay. Well, Leosin extends to you a medallion, much like the one he's wearing himself, that has it's a silver harp.
and I take it because I don't imagine he's just handing that to show it to me.
No, he's giving that to you.
And now it is mine.
Okay.
And now I can melt it down and cover my sword in it.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Okay, well, and they kind of look at the rest of you. Like, is anyone else interested in membership in one of our two orders?
So I think Rhatzeal will approach Onthar
Okay.
and basically say, I don't know if I'm exactly looking to join your order. I still have, a lot of things I need to work out with my past order. However, what I do propose is an alliance. We will essentially cooperate as if we were part of your order. Hopefully we can openly share information and assist each other.
You say, like, well, we were planning on doing that regardless. You five have demonstrated yourself to be extremely capable. You know the people that we're tracking now. Like you've seen their camp, you've dealt with them, you know what they look like, you know how to deal with them. Regardless, we're hoping that the five of you are willing to officially join our ranks, but regardless, we definitely want to hire the five of you to continue doing the work you do. He says, and this doesn't have to be a permanent arrangement. I'm not asking you to drop on one knee and take an oath devoting your life to the Order of the Gauntlet. But he again extends a medallion that again shows a armored glove grasping a long sword, and he sends it to you and says, "This will show that you are at least you have temporary rank with us." And he offers it to you.
Okay, I definitely see the benefit in that alliance. I'll accept that offer. We'll temporarily, or I'll temporarily be part of the Order of the Gauntlet until we see this through.
He thanks you for for being agreeable. He exuberantly like clasps you on the shoulder and he says welcome aboard, and he seems very cheerful.
So I turn to Leosin. What would be my obligations if I were to become a harper?
He just says right now you're 100% your job is tracking this order, this cult of the dragon, so we can gather some intelligence and make a move on it. And they sort of go into. Well, he says we'll talk a little bit about the mission that we have for you guys right now, and you can sort of see what we have in mind. So he says, Altar and I have been reviewing the maps that you guys have brought back from the bandit camp. Um, what they're doing right now is they were definitely heading west towards the south end of the coastway, Baragost, heading north to try to head. It looks like they're heading north somewhere. We're not sure exactly where, but uh, they're definitely going to have to go through Boulder's Gate. Um, and as it stands right now, based on what they were hauling and how far they had to go, um, they shouldn't have reached Boulder's Gate yet. We still have an opportunity that they're at least like a 10-day away from Boulder's Gate, and we can get you guys down there in 2 to 3 days time. Um, and that might be a good way to pick up their trail and see where they're going as they pass through Boulder's Gate, because there's no way around it. They have to go through Boulder's Gate.
All right.
I was going to say that was an interesting response to a more specific question.
What? I'm sorry. What exactly? It was about the responsibilities, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So this is what it is. Like right now, the mission is track down and see where this is going, and he also kind of explains. He says we don't really have like, it's not like you don't have like a duty list. You don't have a job. Like the Harpers are all about just kind of operating to a shared end with a large degree of freedom. Like you're kind of an independent agent who's doing their own thing. And right now, what we need is information about where all the loot they've acquired in the Greenlands is heading.
Well, I'm willing to help, but I don't think I want to be a part of the organization.
Leosin seems a little bit disappointed, but he says, "I understand."
Hey, he got one person, Can't get them all.
Well, what's our next plan then? Are we gonna go rendezvous in Baldur's Gate and try to intercept them as they come up?
And like they kind of speak of it. So like I said, they're at least a 10-day away from Baldur's Gate. And we've made arrangements for a boat to to have a small boat set up for you guys down at the docks. Um, and that is, you can just float down the river using that boat to end up in Baldur's Gate. Um, it's it's gonna take you. It's about a 3-day journey if you tie up the boat in the evening and find it safe. If you guys sort of just let it ride a little bit there and sail through the night, it could be as short as a 2-day journey. Um, but like I said, you guys are kind of we should be ahead of schedule here. You should be able to safely get down to Baldur's Gate without much concern of losing the cult caravan. And we just want you guys to follow them. We know they're heading north, but we don't know exactly where. So if you can stick with them, that would be the best way to figure out where they're going. They explained and said anything that heads through Boulder's Gate has to checkpoint through the city. There is no road that goes around the city. They have to go through it. So if you guys sort of hang out around the north gate of Boulder's Gate, um, they'll have to assemble a new caravan that leaves going north. And so we have a contact named Akin Celeban. I can spell that if you want. Actually, I'll just pop that into. That's the guy. He runs an equipage business at the north gate of the Boulder's Gate, out in the outer city, just outside the north gate of Boulder's Gate. So basically, I'm just everyone except for probably Talia knows this because she's never been around large cities. But Boulder's Gate is essentially like there's a road that comes into the city from the west, or excuse me, from the east, and that kind of represents southbound traffic. And there's a road that leaves going north, and that's northbound traffic. Um, there is no road that goes around the city, so literally um, anytime you're trying to transport stuff through the city, it has to literally you have to come in through the east gate, unload all your stuff, walk it through the city to the north gate, and then put it on new carts there because you can't get carts through the city, which is why the city of Baldur's Gate is such a it has such bustling trade because most people who bring their stuff that far, instead of deciding to unload it all and load it onto two new carts on the north gate, they decide we're just going to sell our shit here. And that's why it has such a bustling trade community, is because most people don't go through the trouble of transporting their goods through. They normally just unload and load back up on different goods right there. So like if you know that people are heading north of Baldur's Gate and you're just hanging out outside the north gate, they have to walk right past you. Does that kind of make sense?
Yeah.
Yep. One way in, one way out, and no way to bring your carts in.
Right.
So you're just gonna give us a boat.
Yeah.
It's
It's
not quite
not.
a boat, is it?
It's not like a nice boat. It's more like a raft almost. But
It's not a galley.
yeah.
I've never been on a boat. Let's go.
I have been on boats, but mostly things like canoes.
I lived on a boat.
Must have been a
for
big
long
canoe.
Time. All right. Well, if you're just gonna give us a boat, I'm down to take the boat wherever you want me to take it.
And they're like, okay, well, like I said, we've already made arrangements. We'll have it down in the docks for you, down here. If I don't have the right thing selected, there we go. I recommend that you guys sleep tonight, and hop on at dawn the next day to get moving down the river. So I'm gonna move you guys up to this map real quick. So again, just to remind you guys of where we are here.
Yep.
So basically, what they're proposing is you get on a boat and you literally just float down the Cointhar River down towards Boulder's Gate, where you'll disembark, head to the North Gate, and get ready to pick up the pick up the cult caravan heading north.
So they couldn't just walk around the city?
They can't. No, there's the terrain is such that like you can't get around.
You don't want to
hauling
walk through
large loads.
You don't want to walk through the fields of the dead.
Exactly. Like this is a massively dangerous place to be, and like there's geographical rises over here where you can't. You have to go through the city, which is why the city's there. Like there's no way to get a large amount of freight around the city without going through it.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that they had to put it there because just a couple 100 miles to the west, it would have been a nice coastal city. But
Yeah, no kidding.
I know, just looking at that, it's like, man, missed opportunity.
I was gonna say if they just put it at the mouth of the river too. I mean, I feel
Yeah,
like
just
they'd
have it at
the
the
same
estuary.
trade. Like,
Well, Baldur's Gate is huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, but why don't just everyone get out of the
goes
city
all the
and
way
push
out
it?
there.
Right.
What?
Baldur's Gate has pretty good
We're going
access
to a
to.
bigger city?
What's that? Yes, much bigger city.
No.
Sad Talia.
Baldur's Gate is like the LA of the Sword Coast.
Oh, great. We have to deal with LA.
ugh.
And it's
Is it as dirty as LA? Because LA is pretty gross.
Oh yeah.
It's actually somehow better.
The only place where you can run on a treadmill and it does you more harm than good.
All right. So, what's our plan? Go back to the tavern.
Yeah. So that's I'm kind of letting you guys fast forward here a little bit to just get this moving.
To the boat.
So before we do like turn in for the night and leave in the morning, could I talk to someone like in the Order of the Gauntlet about silvering my weapon? Like if they have any like craftsmen that would be able to do that?
I don't think anyone in the Order of the Gauntlet would necessarily be able to do that. There's local blacksmiths who could theoretically do that for you. I don't know
Okay.
how much that's supposed to cost. I think there's
I
actually
think it was
guidelines for that.
100 per 100 for a
gold.
weapon.
Yeah, 100
That
gold.
sounds right. Okay.
100 for 10 pieces of ammo. I know that, but
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same thing because I did it to my rapier a couple episodes ago.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. That must be why I can remember that number. Yeah. So yeah, you can. There's local blacksmiths here who will be willing to silver that for you for 100 gold pieces, and we can say that you did that if.
Okay. Yeah, that'll be my little fast forward episode. I'm gonna
Okay.
travel out into the city, silver a weapon before I turn in for the night.
Okay.
I
What
did
did you
wanna
get
buy
silvered, by the way?
one
Just out of curiosity.
The long sword I
Okay.
have. Yeah.
What'd you say, Kai?
I said I did want to buy one thing.
Okay. What's that?
Navigator's tools.
Yeah, sure. That's where
25 gold according to the handbook.
I'm gonna say it costs 30 gold here because we're not right on the ocean, so they're not quite as common, but
Okay.
small markup.
and do you think I could get like a bunch of string just from like pulling on threads in the room to make up for the one that got burnt by the grenade?
A bunch of string from where?
Like in the in room that we're in, just like start pulling on things to get string.
I mean, do I want to let that go?
It's string.
Yeah,
It's the
string.
only-
Isn't string in here? As a
I didn't
thing?
see. I don't think I saw anything about string.
All right, fine.
Oh.
You have. Let's say you have 30 feet of string.
Jesus. Okay.
It's,
Well, I mean,
It's
when you
string.
braid
I don't
that,
know what you're
that
gonna like.
can
It's
come down to very little.
Just general string.
yeah.
I have 10 feet of string. Nice. Too bad
But
I'm
you
down a
don't have a
couple
blanket, so you're cold.
What's that?
But he doesn't have a blanket now, so he's cold.
It's fine. She's lived through worse.
Yeah,
She
does that give
develops
him
new
1
memory.
point? Does that give him 1 point of exhaustion since he can't rest without a blanket?
I don't need to rest. I just trance. It's meditation.
Okay. Anyways. All right. So you guys make it down to the port in the morning,
Wait.
and what's up?
Before that, did you want to do whatever you wanted to do here?
There was nothing I wanted to do here.
Okay.
There's a thing I want to do real soon. It's gonna happen really.
Okay, I don't know where that was gonna
Yeah,
happen, so I didn't
no,
know.
I'm on top of it. Don't you worry.
All right.
Okay, so yeah, you guys sort of you guys get on the raft. Misha doesn't like the idea of leaving land here. Is there how do you comfort Misha into getting on the raft and sitting still?
All right, everyone. It looks like we're walking.
I nuzzle up next to Misha as I step onto the boat. I kind of roll around on it and then lay on my back and kind of beckon to him.
I think Misha sort of sees this, and you guys have been hanging out for a while, and he kind of trusts you to be like, oh, okay. He tenuously steps on the boat. He feels it rock a little bit. He takes a claw back, but he steps back on and sort of just jumps on. He feels it rock a little bit more, and he seems uncomfortable. But as the boat starts to stabilize, he's sort of calmly like finds a spot, does like 3 circles like a cat, and sort of like lays down and chills.
I give him some jerky.
He eats that, he eats it whole.
I put Misha's life jacket on.
Okay, you put Misha's life jacket on.
Perfect.
Safety
Also
first.
put
I'll allow you to spawn that from the universe. That's fine.
Yeah, it's actually just a couple of sandbags that aren't filled with sand, but instead some buoyant material.
Packing peanuts. Sandbags filled with packing peanuts. Okay. So as the boat starts moving, Misha seems a little bit uncomfortable again, but he's got nowhere to go now, so he has no choice but to settle down and get used to it.
I'll walk over and kind of keep him company. As someone in full plate armor that would very likely drown if I fell off, I completely understand his hesitation.
So
Why are you wearing that on the boat?
You never
is this
know.
like a catamaran or a sailboat or
it's kind of
It's a bunch of
it's not
logs
a
tied together.
catamaran. It's definitely kind of like a large. I guess it's the best way. It's kind of like a sailboat, but without. It's got like a small sail on it, so you can direct things a little bit. But like, it's really like a glorified raft. Like, it's just like you have it's like a wood sheet. It has like some like built up edges a little bit.
Oh,
It's not just instead of just floating on the water, it does have like sides to it a little bit, but the sides only come up a couple feet, and like it's barely like shaped into
it's
like a
basically a
boat.
barge.
It's kind of, yeah. I would say that's probably the most accurate description of it. It's kind of just like a floating wooden barge that just sort of drifts down the river for the most part. It has like if you like it has like a small sail on it, but if like it's not for like taking it out in the water. It's really just so you can sort of catch the wind to sort of like steer it along the river a little bit. It's not really like you wouldn't be able to take the shit on the ocean and like get anywhere with it.
but it has like a rudder and everything.
Yeah, like you can
Yeah.
like it has a rudder in the back that you can steer with.
All right, I'm at the rudder.
Yeah, it's got some oars too, so you can direct things. But
Yeah, in case of no
but
wind.
for the most part, this is passive transportation. Okay, so yeah, you guys, you're moving down the river. Are you guys tying up at night? Or are you guys like sort of trying going a little bit aggressive here and drifted through the night?
I would want to navigate through the night, and
I
I would
agree.
sleep during the day.
Okay.
I could navigate during the day and sleep during the night.
Fair enough. Okay, so like over the first 24-hour period, you guys make it about that far. And you guys continue to float down the river.
I knew someone was going to post that.
Yeah, I saw that one coming.
I know.
I
had
didn't,
to.
which is the sad part. So, oh boy. So as like about during the day, Rhatzeal's in his trance about that far. You guys are like it's starting to get dark. Rhatzeal's getting ready to get up for his shift. So you guys can sail through the night. And I need to send him a whisper.
Wait, did I see animals in the river?
I mean, there's fish in there. I don't know which fish if
And
you're
a
trying to add to your
giant
wild shape
seahorse.
list, but
Can I be a
Could be a
salmon?
trout.
I don't think. Can
Yeah,
you be
smart
anything that has
girl.
swimming speed yet?
Yeah, I just got swimming.
Yeah, okay. So we can add salmon. We'll look up some fish in the bestiary, but like yeah, there's like salmon, there's trout, like there's river fish. Um.
Sweet.
Oh wait. Shit. I did a dumb. No, I need to redo this.
Yeah, just whilst everyone's doing their shifts, I think Lucina is just doing her 4-hour rest in between, like probably like between 6 and 10. In the
And I
evening.
just fucking posted that entire thing. God damn it, that was supposed to be a whisper. Why did that happen?
I see nothing at all.
Nope,
Don't
I'm
look.
not looking at it.
I won't read it.
Here, I'm just gonna
Clear the chat log. Clear
just
it.
start rolling dice. Everyone start rolling dice.
Oh shit, I can do that.
Alright, there we go. Okay, good enough.
How many nat ones did I get? None.
One.
You gotta be fucking kidding
You
me.
got one on the D4.
I look over and
Oh,
Giovanni is just stabbing
Two.
the shit out of the boat.
He's practicing.
But yeah, alright.
Just tearing down the sails like Peter Pan. Guys, check this out.
It's Swiss cheese.
Alright, so I'm not quite sure why that didn't work the way I wanted it to, but yeah, that happens. So it kind of approaches nightfall. Rhatzeal awakes from his trance, and he guys brings you in the rest of the way through the night. And just as sort of day starts to break, you guys along the north side of the riverbank, you guys can see a city starting to form.
Okay, so we're probably like right there-ish.
Yep, you guys are kind of drifting in down towards the harbor. You can see there's
Man.
mountains and shit here, which is why you can't walk around.
Man, it's a good thing we sold those eggs, because otherwise they'd want us to sell them now, and I think they'd see them.
Walk to the gate with freaking eggs.
It's fine.
Yeah.
What?
Pay no mind to the eggs. But now you guys can sort of see what happens here. Like, coming in from the south, they cross this bridge. They move up through the outer city, east, through this little town, get to this gate, and there's just no way to get from here to here without going through the city. So everyone kind of unloads their stuff here. They sell off their carts. They bring their shit through the city. Get to the north gate, buy some more carts, and head out. And that's kind of the situation we're in right now. So yeah, let's say you guys sort of land in the harbor, like in the main harbor. You guys find a dock to tie up, like right around here, and you guys are in the city of Baldur's Gate. What do you do?
So, guys, we have no choice but to go through this gate. What are we going to do about Misha?
She can come with
Oh,
us.
you mean
There's
my-
gotta be weirder things in Baldur's Gate than a guard Drake.
Oh, you mean my emotional support Drake?
I mean, you're gonna have to buy a full airline ticket for that thing now, but
Oh, wow, we can fly? Awesome!
I think Misha will be fine.
topical humor. As you guys sort of tie up there, like the harbor master looks down and he sees Misha and actually sort of jumps back. You guys actually might need to come up with a strategy for how you're going to transport Misha kind of unseen through the city.
What if we just explain that this is our 6th friend who was cursed by a witch in south? The deep south.
We don't want no dark magic here at Baldur's Gate. Be gone.
We're bringing her in for the circus for this harvest festival. All it is for the circus. It's nothing. It's not a big deal.
Make persuasion check.
Oh boy.
I'd help, but I'd hurt more.
Can I have Misha do push-ups while he says that?
I don't know if you can direct Misha to do that.
We trained on it earlier.
Misha's a
Okay.
lizard. It just does.
Oh yeah, that's
How
true.
does-
That,
yeah,
that actually
it just-
did happen. I forgot. All right. Yeah. He says, well, you best be careful bringing that thing through the city. Other people, if you make sure you keep it under control, and people are probably gonna run screaming from that thing if they see it. I suggest you find some way of making sure that you can get through the streets safely.
Should we put him?
Well, we'll put him on his leash.
What do we have? Anything that could suffice as a muzzle, just to show a goodwill?
Yeah, I can cast Minor Illusion and put a muzzle on him.
That is good.
All right.
Can you cast Minor Illusion and make him just look like a
A dog.
big dog or something?
No,
It's a really, really big Dawson.
It wouldn't really look like a dog. It'd look like what a dog would look like in a reflection in a pool.
It's our magic dog.
I don't have that strong of illusion magic yet. Really, it's just kind of centered around.
He thinks about it. He's like, if you guys have a few gold pieces, what we could do is you might be able to get him like a little palanquin. If you get him to calm down and sit in there, you can put him in a palanquin, sort of and transport him towards wherever you're going.
Does anyone have a costume?
I mean,
No, hold on. Does anyone have a costume?
Where's his trench coat?
I'm not giving you Mondaths or Nate purple robes. Those are mine.
I'm just saying, we could just say that he's part of the circus and dress him up kind of like a glorified circus animal and make him look, civilized. Maybe that'll help.
Apparently, I still have a cloak.
Put the cloak on Misha.
I have no use for it. You can have it.
So
Oh,
you're
yeah.
just
So
throwing a
how
cloak
big
around
is
the guard
Misha?
drake.
Misha's very large.
I mean, if it would work, yeah, I'm not going to put the hood down because that would look suspicious. But I mean, just put the cloak on normally, like it's a dressed guard drake. It's domesticated.
Misha starts numbing on the hood.
All right. I'll allow this. Make an animal handling check with advantage.
Who?
You, because you're the one who's doing
Oh,
this.
shit.
Yeah, you can have the cloak. I'm just handing it to you.
It's a good idea, which is why I'm giving you advantage.
Sorry, I didn't do advantage. Hold on.
Let's roll again.
Hey!
Alright. Misha doesn't freak out when you put this cloak around him, and he's a good boy as you start walking him through the streets. And everyone,
More jerky.
okay. He eats that up excitedly, and he nuzzles against you. You guys can sort of keep him under control. You notice that everyone in the street seems to be giving you a wide berth, and as you pass some of the guards, they instinctually put their hands on their swords, but they see him wearing this fancy cloak and being a good boy as he walks through the streets.
Just another day
they
in
let you
Baldur.
pass.
Yo, we're walking here. What? You never seen a god drake before? Get out of here.
Well, we gotta go find the scene. So, do we have any idea where he is?
What's that? Who are you looking for?
Yeah,
We gotta look for a scene, right? We have any idea where he's gonna be, or are we gonna go look for the Harpers?
The contact you were given was
Ekin Selbon.
yeah. Is that how do you pronounce it?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Ekin.
Akin. So
It's
based on
Ekans.
what he runs a business that's outside the Northgate. Like he sells like carts and stuff for northbound traffic. Or when stuff like when caravans come in from the north, he buys up those carts and sends people on their way into the city, and he sells carts to go back north.
I want to go to John's club.
Sorry, John's Club wasn't franchised.
Yeah. No, they just haven't branched out in this part yet. They've been north and south and a bit east. They haven't gotten to the west coast yet.
They're just looking for the right property.
Yeah.
Freaking one in Outro, but not in Baldur's Gate. What the heck?
Yeah,
Mom
it
and pop
doesn't
store.
make much sense.
Well,
But
the
also just trying
reason
to
they
come up with stuff to do. I don't want to I don't want to give you guys so many magic items. Like the book has been giving you guys nothing so far, and I think that's boring, which is why I wanted to get some stuff in there.
Mm.
But I don't want you guys to have a million things right now.
Yep. Plus,
Start
Eldril
affecting
was
game
lobbying
balance.
for them to go there. They wanted to drum up traffic. Get some tourism coming in, maybe some jobs.
Make Eltrell great again. Yeah. So, where are you guys heading?
Well,
I
let's
guess
head out to our contact.
City. Yeah.
All right. So yeah, you guys you find you find a you guys sort of move through the north gate, and like just outside the gate you see this business that has lots of wagons and stuff lined up, and it says North Boulders it's Northgate Equipage Company. um and you walk in, and there's a human man as the proprietor there, and he sees the five of you, and he says, I've gotten word that some folks that look like yourselves might be coming here. I'm assuming that our mutual friend Anthar sent you.
He did.
That is correct.
And I'll kind of show him the gauntlet grasping whatever it was.
Right. All right. So yeah, you show him your symbol of the Order of the Gauntlet. And he starts to explain this. He's like, okay, the I keep an eye on the traffic coming through here. The folks matching the description of the people from the camp haven't come through yet. But if once they get here, they're almost certainly going to rally here to set up a caravan. We've already got some other merchants who are getting set up, waiting for more people moving north to join up. That way, there's enough people in the caravan to keep everything safe. What I recommend is that the five of you would get hired to get hired as guards on the caravan, just by one of the any one of the merchants who are already here, ready to go. And if you guys can do that, you guys can sort of just blend in and move north. Once those cultists show up with their wagons, join the caravan, you'll be ready. You'll just be integrated along with them. You can walk right beside them as they go wherever they're going.
I'm sure I could find someone within the Cartographers Guild that can point us in the right direction.
He says, "Well,
Yeah.
I can. There's a number of merchants that are already ready to go right here." He says,
Which one pays the most?
"Well, you're gonna have to negotiate that with them, but there are. Let's see here. There's 6 merchants who are all here, just waiting for numbers to be bolstered a little bit more to get on the way." I mean, it kind of says, alternatively, you could also just walk alongside alongside the caravan as travelers, but that won't cover your expenses during the trip as well.
I mean,
So are there actually like descriptions of these merchants or anything? Or
Oh
are we
yeah,
just...
no, I have that all sorted out.
Oh, cool.
good.
Well, what about the merchants? I'll pick a merchant.
All right. He kind of starts describing them. He says, "Well, um, there's Boyd Chesapole. He's a male half elf merchant. Kind of the he, this is Akeen who's sort of describing these guys. As far as I can tell, the man transports ale and he drinks the like. Particular cheery fellow. Pretty nice guy. Um, he's heading north. There's some gentleman who I believe is transporting some silk up towards Waterdeep. His name is Nearite Verther. He's a male merchant, a human male, with bringing us some silk north. Uh, there's a female moon elf named Eldhilary Lewell who's transporting some exotic woods for carpentry up towards Waterdeep. Ooh, I didn't actually write down what race this guy is. There's a man named Samaradog, who he's transporting porcelain up towards Waterdeep. He's a male human. There's a pair of moon elf brothers who are moving some wood carvings north, and there's a gold dwarf named Lai Anguston. Kind of he seems kind of an arrogant sort, but he's moving some fine cooking oils and perfumes up from to sell in Waterdeep.
Who do you guys want to go with?
Well, logically, it seems like the person moving the porcelain or the silk would be the largest, most likely target. Because that's valuable stuff.
Well, if we're all moving as a huge group, any one of them could get attacked.
Well, yes,
right, and
but
okay, so out of character for a second, it doesn't really matter who you sort of link up here with. Like the way caravans work is like it might seem strange that a bunch of merchants are just waiting around, but like literally the way this works is like you get enough people in a group, everyone hires a couple guards, and theoretically you all like even though you're hired by individual merchants to be a guard, you kind of work as a communal guard force that is there to guard the entire caravan. And this is something you guys would know because you've done this before. You started this adventure as caravan guards, if you remember. And the same sort of
Yeah, we never did get paid for that, did we, guys?
We did get paid.
I got paid.
Yeah.
Wait a second.
You got
What?
paid.
I told
It
you
wasn't a lot.
to
It
get
was
your
just...
pay, and you didn't. And I tried to get your pay for you, and they wouldn't let me.
But yeah, but yes, that was. So yeah, you guys have done this before. You know this procedure. Like it doesn't really matter who hires you, but you're going to be part of the overall caravan guard, keeping everything safe as you move north.
Well, I still stand by going with either the porcelain or the silk merchant because they sound like they'd be able to pay the most.
I could agree with some coin. We're kind of poor at the moment, so
Yeah.
Well, I'm fine with guarding porcelain.
But the wood carvers have cute little ducks.
Ooh. Ducks. I do like ducks.
That was a good
Sorry,
pull.
I must have
That was a
totally
good
missed
pull,
that.
Abby. I like that.
If there are wood carvers transporting ducks, I vote to go with them.
I think they might have some ducks.
I would go with them under the condition that I get a free wooden duck in addition to my pay. That would work for Giovanni. That would
Oh,
work
I
for me.
agree.
So yeah, those are the Moon Elf brothers that you're referring to.
Let's
Moon
go talk to
elves.
them then.
All
No,
right, so
we'll just split the party. Make it great.
Well,
Yeah,
I would
you can go
imagine
off
we
on
could
your
get
own, and
employed
we'll go with
separately.
the brothers.
actually,
Yeah.
theoretically, one person probably wouldn't hire 5 people, so it would actually kind of make more sense if you guys split the party in this sense. But that's not super important. I'm just trying to keep things moving here.
I call wooden ducks.
Yeah.
I'm calling highest pay.
All right, so yeah, he points you over to a group of a cart that has two moon elf men sitting on it, and he says those are the you want to talk to the brothers Nuhar and Selvek Saralim. So here one.
I guess I'll go with the
Two.
dwarf that hates life.
What?
Wasn't there a hill dwarf that?
There was a gold dwarf who was moving fine cooking oils and perfumes from And he's
Did you
kind of
say
a
he's
s-
like a grumpy guy?
I said he's kind of stuck up. He's not a terribly pleasant person.
I
I'll
don't
go
think
with
he
him.
hates life, though. That's a bit of a leap.
I'll go with him.
All right, so yeah, you walk up to him, Angestrin. Oh boy, we have lots of different conversations here. Okay, so let's do Talia first here. You walk up and you tell me about how you greet these folks.
Well, first of all, do I have Misha?
Do you?
Can I have Misha?
All right, yeah,
Sure.
you walk up with Misha on a leash.
I'm with
I
them.
say,
And
okay, cool.
they kind of turn towards you and they jump a little bit. And one of them speaks up, says, "What is that?"
It is your new protection.
They kind of look at each other, and the one he says, "Is that so? Are you sure that thing's gonna be protecting us?"
Yep, he's well trained. Misha, sit.
Make an animal handling check with advantage.
That one.
16. Okay, yeah. Yeah, Misha sits. He kind of looks at you expectingly.
I give him some jerky.
Sure do. And he eats that and he wags his tail a little bit. And they're like, "Oh, very impressive. So you're looking for work as a bodyguard? Is that the deal?"
Yep.
Make a persuasion roll with advantage. Oh yeah.
Ayy.
They say, "Very well. We'd like to hire you and your friend here. Seem like you can handle yourselves. We'll hire you as a bodyguard for 10 gold pieces per 10 day, and we'll cover our food and living expenses while on the road."
Okay, instead of the gold, can I get a wooden carving of a duck and a wooden carving of Misha here?
They look at each other and say, "I think we have some ducks, but we don't actually make wooden carvings. We're just transporting them. I don't believe we have anything that looks quite like your friend there."
Dang. Okay. That's fine.
And they'll say, okay, well, we'll knock off. If you're willing to take no pay for a 10-day, we'll give you this fine little duck right here.
Sounds good.
All right. They're like, okay. At the end of your first 10-day with us, you'll receive this, and they bid you on your way. Okay. So yeah, you've been hired by the Serlin brothers. You'll something you may have noticed was that one of them did all the talking during that conversation, and the other one said nothing. So, he kind of just waves goodbye at you as you walk away.
Oh, it's a Penn and Teller situation.
So, and you wanted to go up and speak to Lai Angston? Angiston?
Sure, yeah. Hail and well met, Master.
He kind of looks at you, and despite the fact that he's a dwarf and you're much taller than him, he almost seems to be looking down at you and says, "How can I help you?"
Look, I'll shoot straight with you. I heard that you need employment. You need some bodyguards for your next caravan trip. I'm not going to give you any hassle. I'm just here to get hired by you. You seem like a man of business, someone that doesn't necessarily need to deal with pleasantries. I think that you and I would be a good fit.
He looks at you and says, "I like a man who can make me money, or at least or not waste my time." Very well. Make a persuasion check with advantage. Oh yeah. He's also willing to hire you as a bodyguard for 10 gold per 10-day, and with all food and living expenses covered while on the road.
Does that include the alcohol that we drink, or I mean?
He looks at you and says, it includes your rations, and that's and nothing more.
Okay, that's fine. Sounds good.
And that's yes. What are the other three of you doing?
Oh, I said I was with Talia.
Okay. Well, you make a persuasion roll too.
I'll go ahead and make one for that as well. I'm going with the wood carver.
Okay. 13.
22.
Virtus, you get the same offer as Talia to get hired as a guard or as a bodyguard for 10 gold per 10-day.
And I'll take her 10 gold if she's not gonna accept her pay.
Well,
I'm getting a duck.
she's also getting paid for most of the time too. But that's what she does with the gold when they hand it to her is up to Talia. Rhatzeal, you don't fare quite as well with your persuasion. They offer to hire you as a basic guard for 5 gold per 10-day with food and living expenses covered.
Fine by me, as long as I get to eat.
Okay. And that just leaves
Just me.
Lucina.
Porcelain. Let's do this.
They actually, you walk up to Smardog, and he actually says, I actually have a group of 4 bodyguards hired. I'm not looking to hire anyone else, actually.
Move on to Silk.
So be it. All right. So Silk. This is Nearite further.
Nearite further.
He's a human man. So yeah, go walk up and how are you making your approach on Nearver. Nearite. I can't speak anymore. Excuse me.
It is a weird name, but just walk up. So, looks like you need caravans to make sure nothing goes bump in the night, or you need guards so nothing goes bump in the night with your caravan. And I mean, I don't know about you, but I don't really need sleep. I just need like a couple hours of rest. So I mean, seems like a win-win to me.
He looks you over and says, "I don't know. You don't look so tough to me. How can I be sure you can handle this?"
I've been doing this for like 5 years.
All right, make a persuasion roll.
Show him your bow skills.
Ooh, not great.
That would be a disadvantage then.
Oh, I actually screwed this up. Kai, you were hired as a sergeant for 8 gold per 10 day, plus food and living expenses.
Oh, because I got 5.
Okay.
That is correct.
I kind of figured that's what that change meant all of a sudden.
Shoot, I really wasted a 20.
Yeah. So yeah, that's he offers. He's like, all right, yeah, fair enough. I'll hire you as a basic guard for 5 gold per 10 day, plus food and living expenses.
All
Good.
right. Nothing I can do about that because I can't persuade more than I've already tried.
Okay. All right, everyone's hired. Okay, so yeah, you guys are pretty much set to go. And Keen says, we got a tavern over here that you guys can stay in until it's time. But I'll be sure to send a contact to come get you when they've come through. So yeah, you guys have some time to enjoy Baldur's Gate for a while if you'd like. It's about midday right now. Is there anything you want to do on your first day here?
I would like to find a tailor.
A tailor.
Yes.
Okay. There are several. He said, Akin kind of like looks you over and says, what exactly do you have in mind? There's some in the upper city and the lower city, but depending
Well,
on.
I don't need a fancy tailor. I just need someone that can manipulate cloth.
He says, well, okay, I know some people in the lower city who can help you with that, and he gives you a couple addresses here, and this will, yeah, he says, yeah, I know a great guy in the lower city. His shop's here.
Okay. I will head there when I have some time.
Okay. Anyone else telling you about how they're spending their first day in Baldur's Gate?
I would like to go to an antique shop.
To where?
An antique shop.
Okay.
I just want to know if there's anything fun sitting around. I'm enjoying it.
Okay. There's one right there. We'll do you last because I can't think of anything right at the moment.
That's fine.
Is there anyone in Baldur's Gate that may be able to help kind of identify the properties of my shield?
Sure. Did you want to try your own Arcana check on that before?
Yeah, I mean, I'll try to see if I could ascertain what it can do.
All right, make an Arcana check.
Nope.
No, you don't know dick about it.
It's pretty shiny. I'm not sure what that means, but
Right. There's someone who might be able to help you identify it up there.
okay.
What is Talia doing? Talia and Lucina.
I would like to buy a lot of jerky.
Okay. We can actually sell that to you right here. How much do I want to charge you for jerky?
You just see Talia walking back to the end with like a bag of 500 pounds of jerky.
Talia doesn't carry gold or gear. She just carries jerky and nothing else.
It's a good trading item.
It is a good trading item.
We should just get people to start paying Talia in
All right,
jerky.
Yeah, let's just become jerky traders, guys.
I'll price this the same as rations. Every 2 pounds of jerky is 5 silver pieces. How much jerky would you like to buy?
It's almost a better exchange rate than real life.
10 pounds of jerky for 25 gold pieces, right? Or silver pieces.
So that's like 2.5 gold pieces.
Well, I just have silver, so.
Right. Okay. 25 silver.
Got it.
Okay. So yeah, you buy 10 pounds of jerky, as you do. And yeah, are you just sort of like hanging out in like the tavern, so you don't have to start walking Misha through the city again?
Well, is there a circus?
It's not actually a circus in town at the moment.
That was the lie we came up with.
Oh, dang it. Is there a garden?
Maybe that's a market. There's not like a great garden. No, I'm gonna say there's not one in the city. Not like a big one that's nice.
Then yeah, I'm just gonna go like chill outside the gates or something.
Okay. Do. And then Lucina. What's Lucina doing?
Well, why don't...
If you don't actually have anything, you can just say nothing. I'm just trying to like. Get
Right
some...
now, You know what? I would tag along with Giovanni just because. But after that, I'd probably just like pop down to the docks and try and find my uncle.
Okay.
You
All right.
have
So
family in this city?
Nope.
we're gonna do this bit every time, huh?
Yes. Yeah, you must have a big family. I actually have none.
All right, let's start with Rhatzeal. What do you? You're heading towards the tailor in the lower city. What's up?
All right, I approach the tailor. Hi.
It's good day, sir. Your
So,
skin's an interesting color. I've never seen a person of blue skin come through here before.
well, I'm not exactly from around here, and we're a rare breed, so you probably won't see another blue elf.
Yeah, he says fair enough. But yeah, you see stuff you never seen every day around in Baldur's Gate. How can I help you?
So I pull out the Landragos's ornate purple robe,
Okay.
and I hold out my arm that has the cloth um, of the Emerald Tempest attached to the ring, and I say I would like a little braiding done. I have this robe, this purple robe, and I would like a strip of it to be braided in to the strip of cloth that's on my arm here. If you could do that for me.
Oh, he says no problem. I just whip that up for you right away. It'll take barely 10 minutes.
All right.
He says, I'll do this for you for 2 gold pieces.
I slide across 3 gold pieces. Take your time.
He goes and quickly takes care of that for you. So describe to me exactly what happened here. Like, what does it look like now?
So, as it is, it's attached to an iron ring on his finger, and it's up at his shoulder, and it just kind of goes around his left arm because
Right.
it's got a pretty dirty looking tattoo underneath it. So instead of the green, now it's just braided in with the purple.
Oh, okay.
So it's just thicker and larger, and it covers more of his arm.
All right. Good enough. Yeah. So that's easy. Done.
All right, that's all I wanted to do. I'll go wander back to the tavern.
Okay. Anyways, you guys go to the antique store. Roll D100 for me.
25.
Looks like... Oh, there we go.
Oh, jeez. So there's not too much interesting in this. Like, I mean, there's lots of interesting things in this antique shop. Um, but most of it's like furniture. You got some antique sets of armor and swords. There's one item that sort of catches your eye is a pair of boots. They look they seem to have some like leaf some leafy patterning on it. They look very foresty. They're green and brown for the most part. They look very earthen and foresty, and that's really the only item of real interest that are there.
Lucina, what do you think about these kicks?
I mean, they definitely look like they were out in the woods and someone just kind of found them and brought them into a shop.
Are
I mean,
they
they're
like
well
in,
detailed. They look nice. Like it's the leafy like patterning and stuff is definitely artistic. Is part of the crafting of it. It isn't just like crap boots that were outside.
I want to ask the shop owner what the story is behind them, like where they came from.
It says there's a commune out in the forest, in the woods. Where's the nearest forest? Let's just go check that real quick.
Okay,
All the forests on the Sword Coast have like freaking horribly scary names, like the Forest of Gnashing Teeth. Like, well,
equalize
wait,
you.
what was that?
These boots come from the Oakwood to the south, to the southwest. Uh, there's some elves over there who specialize in in magic boots, and they developed these.
Ooh, magic boots.
Can we tell what kind of magic?
Make an
Or
Arcana
would we-
check.
I was about to say,
You're not exactly sure what it is, but you get the impression that there's some transmutation magic on it.
Don't worry, Lucina. I'm an Arcana master.
I mean,
Wow. Okay, you hit it. Yeah.
Yeah,
They're
hit the threshold.
they're boots of Albankind. When you wear these boots, your steps make no sound, regardless of the surface you are moving across. You also have advantage on dexterity stealth checks that rely on moving silently.
I mean, I actually don't need these because I already have a plus 8 dex for stealth.
I mean, you could have advantage on most of your stealth
I'm
checks
just
too,
saying,
but
that sounds. Yeah, you might want those. I mean,
But I already have
those are
my.
pretty strong.
I
well,
also
we
have my
could put
Spider-Man
'em on
slippers.
Virtus.
Oh, that's
We could
true.
put 'em on
Yeah,
the
it kind
table.
of messes up your boots of spider climb if you.
I was actually thinking, I was like, man, those would kind of be good for me because then I could at least break even, like disadvantage, advantage.
They're
I
on
mean, I
sale
can
for
buy 'em
500
for
gold
you if you
pieces, by the
want.
way. What's
So
that?
should we go and tell Virtus about these? Because I mean,
I mean, we could. I mean, Virtus, do you want these? I can pick them up for you.
well,
What I'll do? Okay, so my disadvantage will just get canceled out. But what was the other thing they do?
You, regardless of what surface you move across, you make no sound while moving.
Okay, so like even in full plate armor.
Your feet will make no noise. I'm not gonna grant you full advantage, anyways, because I'm gonna say that your armor still has a chance of like clanking against itself.
Right.
But
Well,
yes,
yeah, that's just
this
what I'm.
would cancel out your disadvantage
Okay.
on stealth rolls while wearing plate.
Actually, yeah, no, I'll pass on it though. Yeah, it's
Okay.
good, but
Shit, there's something else I wanted to do. Oh, okay. So you're gonna have to bear with me. I actually also want to go to a tailor or a seamstress or something along those lines. But I mean, I'm done at the antique shop, I guess.
Okay. Dude, like I said, there's some fancy places in the upper city, some some less fancy places in the lower city, depending on what kind of quality you're looking for. And
Well, I think it's gonna take some real talent to do what I want. So I'm probably heading to the upper city.
all right, there's a seamstress right there. There.
So I'm going to walk in and I'm going to basically put. I have the 2 ornate dragon detailed scabbards
Okay.
that we found at one point. And while I'm still. I know. So the rapier I bought, you're going to have to bear with me on this until I can actually draw a picture and I have time to do so.
Okay.
But I'm going to ask her to essentially stitch these together to make basically a 2-in-1 scabbard. for my rapier.
Like combine the dragon scabbard. Oh,
Yeah.
nice. The bolt combine both scabbards to form one for the rapier.
Yeah, it's like if you're making a double barrel shotgun scabbard, like basically.
Man, that would be
two
really
blades.
inefficient.
She looks at you and is kind of confused as to why you would request such a thing, but she's like, okay. Yeah, I can do that for you for 10 gold pieces.
Yeah, that's fine because this is gonna it's gonna take a lot of talent to do, but that's cool. Yeah, I'll pay her 10 gold for it.
Where are you going with this?
Yeah,
You'll
because
you'll have to see when I actually like draw up
Okay,
the
let's
the
just
sword.
I'm just thinking from an actual practicality standpoint that if you were using two swords, that would be extremely inefficient.
It's not two, it's one.
Okay.
You'll see. Don't worry.
Now it's
Like,
making me even more confused.
Does it still have like? Is it like actually like a double barrel type thing where like it has two openings? Like these are still two distinct scabbards that just happen to be attached to each other now, or is it like cut off the side of one and sew it into the other? Like so it just forms like one larger scabbard.
One larger scabbard. Here, I'll give you guys the description of it, but until I draw it, this probably won't do you
Okay,
very much good. Where did
That's
I put
fine.
it? Okay, so essentially, if you guys think of almost a half gauntlet, like going down your forearm, think of like a half gauntlet in the shape of a dragon with an open mouth where your hand opens. And out of that is where the blades come out of, like out of the mouth of this silver dragon, with two blades coming out where its tongue would be, that are almost the same length as a rapier, but like just shorter. And then the eyes of the dragon are each have an opal in the socket.
Okay.
So to have two blades, I would need two scabbard holders, and it looks really silly when I'm not wielding it because it looks like I have almost like a full metal gauntlet on my side. But
Okay, but you're still wearing it as a scabbard. This isn't something you're putting on
Yes.
your arm, correct?
yeah, it's still being worn as a scabbard. I just need a scabbard that has that has two blade ports, I guess.
Okay.
Okay, Ezio.
Sure. That's a thing that we're doing. Sounds good. Yeah, 10 gold, and she takes an hour doing it.
Okay. Hey, you said I could design my own sword.
Oh yeah,
so
go for it. That's fine. I was just having trouble picturing it is all.
Yeah.
Don't worry. It's. I'll draw a picture and it'll be horrible, but don't worry.
Fantastic. All right, yeah. So that she's doing that. She knows what an unusual request it is, but she does it. Now. All right, is everyone sort of done with what they're doing for the day, or you wanted to go down to the docks and
Just
yeah.
find where the fence is. That's there. This time, there's no ulterior motive. It is literally just okay. Is there anyone in this city?
Oh, did I get a chance to uncover the properties of my shield?
Oh right, yeah. Sorry, I forgot about that. Yeah, the shopkeeper looks at it and says, so, we can identify some if something's simple, we can identify it quickly. We charge 15 gold for that service. If it's something a little bit more complicated, I might need some time, and it might cost a bit more than that.
Yeah, I'm okay with paying 15 gold.
He looks at it. He's like, "Oh yes, I know what this is. Yeah, this is a quick one. 15 gold."
Okay, I'll hand him 15 gold.
And what you know is that this is, he explains, this is a shield of magical reflection, which is not the same thing as a shield, an anti-magic shield, which is what I was going to call it before I realized that was another item. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, okay, no, that's fine. It just split it up. That's weird. Okay, so Standard Kite Shield appears to be thinly plated with gold on its surface and is polished to almost a mirror shine. While wielding a shield, you have a +1 bonus to AC. That's your +1 to it. Once per day, you may use the shield to cast Counterspell as a reaction. Counterspell being a 3rd level abjuration. It's a casting time of 1 reaction. When you see a creature casting a spell within 60 feet of you, So you can, anytime someone casts a spell of 3rd level or lower and you can see it happening, you can activate your shield as a reaction. And it will cast counterspell. If it's a spell of 3rd level or lower, it'll automatically dispel it before the effect goes off. And if it is a spell of 4th level or higher, you'll have to attempt a. I think your spellcasting build is Charisma, correct?
Yes, my spellcasting skill is charisma.
So yeah, you'll make a straight up Charisma roll. And so like if it's a 4th level spell, the DC on that will be 14. And if you pass, the spell doesn't work. If you fail, the spell goes off, and you can use this once per day.
Awesome. Yeah, I actually, for my oath, I get counterspell like way down the road, but that fits perfect because now I get kind of a bit of that flavor before.
I didn't know that, so
That actually works out really well. Yeah.
okay. So yes, Shield of Magical Reflection.
Oh yeah. So Virtus is going to comment like as he's like taking the shield back, like I've actually seen paladins my order use counterspell magic. So this is very interesting. Thank you.
Yep. Okay, so yep, that's what's happening now. Yeah, Lucina, you go down to the docks. Unless you actually want to have a conversation with someone here, I'm going to say you find a shady looking contact who directs you, who points to one of the shadier, like he says, we go back to the back door of the harbor master's office there. My uncle's Jim can take care of you.
Okay, and that's probably like down here.
I was gonna say like a little bit like over here, but down like actually on like the piers, but
Okay, makes sense.
But yeah, so that's that. All right, is everyone heading back to the tavern for the night?
Sure.
I don't have anything else.
Yep.
Okay. So yeah, you guys are kind of like you guys get back to the tavern. You're you're just outside the north wall of the city, and you guys are sitting enjoying dinner together. And a tiefling man approaches you. He is short in stature, standing only 5 feet 3 inches tall, with skin that is deeply red in color. Most notably, he only has one straight horn, about 4 inches in length, coming out above his left temple, while only a jagged stub sits above the right temple where the second horn should be mirrored. A large pair of scars extend from the center of his forehead down to just under his right ear. He greets you softly, saying, "Pardon the interruption, but I seek Rhatzeal Notos. I presume that you are he, as there aren't many other blue drow to be seen around these parts."
I stand up.
Um,
Yeah, that would be me.
From his pack, he removes a small wooden box, roughly the size of a shoebox. The wood is waterlogged, bearing a slightly greenish discoloration, and is held together by a simple iron banding on the sides of the lid. On the sides and the lid, mostly covered in rust and green tarnish, and is held together by a I kind of repeated a line here. Yeah, so it's a small wooden box, simple iron banding, pretty much holding this together. It's tarnished.
I take it that's what you brought me from the progenitor.
He says he nods. And he hands you the box, and he kind of looks over at Lucina, and he has a quizzical look on his face. And he's examining Lucina carefully. He says, "Excuse me, miss, you look familiar. What is your name, if you don't mind me asking?"
Meanwhile, she was just like eating fast, not like shoveling food in hand over fist, but just like having like soup, picking up the bowl and like scooping it into her mouth. It's like, oh, Lucina.
He kind of starts considering that. And he says, "I don't think." He's like, "No, I don't think that was her name." He still looks. He's kind of like you can see him sort of like the gears turning his head. He's like, "Have you ever been to Skernooble before?"
Why?
He's like, it's I had a contact there, a friend of mine. He ran a school, and like your robes remind me of the school that he ran there, and I was there several years back, and he, he was very proud of his students. I swear, you're the spitting image of one of them. But no, her name wasn't Lucina. It couldn't be. Yeah, I must be mistaken.
Well, what was her name?
He says, I don't remember. It started with an E, but I mean, it wasn't Lucina. I must be mixed up. And he says, well, if there's um, unless there's anything else you folks need, I, I've made the delivery that that I was requested to bring, and I think I'll be on my way.
I bow deeply. I appreciate you, and I hope that your service is going as well as mine.
Okay. And he bows back and walks on his way.
I sit back down and I'm just kind of stare at the box for a second, contemplating, and then I crack it open.
Okay. Um, so let's see here. The first thing that catches your eye upon looking upon what's inside the box is the handle of this item. It's a basket-style hilt of a naval cutlass made of brass, tarnished by untold years of exposure to the murky depths of the Sea of Swords. Attached to the hilt is not a sword, but something else. Extending from the hilt where a blade would normally sit is a long, thin, purple tentacle, dried out but still flexible and firm, currently coiled for storage. Braided around the length of the tentacle are three small iron chains, reminiscent of anchor lines from their rust and tarnish, but thinner and lighter. The chains terminate at an iron weight positioned at the end of the tentacle. Affixed to the weight are a number of small blades and barbs designed to slash at anyone who finds himself on the business end of this one-of-a-kind whip. This is a melee weapon, chain whip. It does 2d4 slashing damage. It possesses the property finesse and reach.
All right. I sit and I just start to meditate to attune this as my packed weapon.
Okay. Um, yep, you can do that. It takes an hour to bind as your packed weapon.
And now Raz can unleash the Kraken at will.
I mean, not exactly, but he can summon it from extra-dimensional space. The whip,
Yep.
anyways.
Same thing.
Okay. Does anyone else have anything they want to do tonight?
Nope.
Okay. I wrote out a whole bunch of details about this character, in case anyone wanted to talk to him. Everyone was like, "Okay, bye." Oh well.
Now,
I'm sure
wait.
he'll be back.
Yeah, I guess so.
I mean, or not.
I'll reuse him at some point, maybe.
Because
I like your horns.
He kind of waves to you and walks away.
Yeah, well, that was weird.
Okay.
Oh, did I cut out?
No, you're good.
Okay.
Let's take a quick break just because I have to use the bathroom.
Sure.
So, like,
Okay.
less than 5 minutes. Everyone good with that?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
There we go. And we're
Whoopee.
back. All right.
Welcome back, everybody.
Anyways. All right. So yeah, you guys have a few days in Baldur's Gate until company arrives. Is there anything in particular you guys want to do at this time, or are you guys sort of like hanging out, waiting? Or if there's nothing in particular you want to do, like just give me sort of a general idea of what your character would be up to during the few days of downtime.
I want to train Misha to play dead.
Play dead?
Yeah.
All right, make an animal handling check.
Nice. I'm usually the one who does that.
I think this you don't quite get the trick down. You sort of do it a few times, and he kind of gets what you're asking for, but he only actually like does it like 60% of the time, so it's not quite like you have it down pat. But yeah, he starts to get the idea of what you're going for.
That's okay. He tried. I'll give him some more jerky.
Okay. What else? What is the other four of you doing with the rest of your time here?
So I don't think there will be anything like this in the city, but I just kind of want to keep an eye out.
Okay.
If there's like any gem or piece of clothing or anything like that that we may be able to affix to like Misha or his collar, that would help disguise him, like maybe magical in property.
Oh, I see.
Right.
You'd
So if
have
there's
to-
anything like that, I'll kind of keep an eye out for that.
Okay. I mean, there's a few areas that sell some magical items, but you don't see anything like that in there.
Okay.
Anyone else?
I would just try to find a place to train the whip.
All right. So yeah, you're practicing with your whip. You whip it real good.
I got something else that I'm. Hold on. Oh, man. I should just have this tabbed. I've used it so often.
Anyone else want to talk while Jake's making his whisper?
Whisper. No, this is going in Discord.
Oh, okay. Oh, you're just posting memes again. I see.
Not even memes. That's from the old, what is it, Bashki, Lord of the Rings animated?
I've never seen this before. I'll check it out later.
Yeah, just look at it later. It's terrible, but you'll love it.
Okay. Anyone else?
Anyway, no one else? And just me then?
Yep, just you.
Okay then, well, I would be looking around at shops just because what else am I going to do? I'm not going to just sit in a room and stare at a wall for a day.
And sure, it's going window shopping to fill the time.
Window shopping, and then probably like sometime later I would stop by and try and find and see the Harpers.
There's no like formal organization. Like there's no like office, right? Like
right, but was I given any information as to where they would be? Like
no, actually, he didn't. Leosin didn't actually give you any contact saying like there's gonna be an agent in Baldur's Gate. It was pretty much his Onthar's contact that you guys were given. So you wouldn't even really know where to look for one right now. If there was another agent in the city or not.
Okay, then in that case, I would just go to one of the, probably down to the Shadier District and gather information there. But we can, if there's nothing else going on, I'd do that now.
Okay. So yeah, you kind of just head to the shadows, keep your ear to the ground. You don't really
Asking
hear
questions.
You don't really get much anything of interest coming up. You actually no, you do. You hear that some possibly illicit goods are going to be that there's a group that's gonna be possibly moving some illicit goods through the city in just a couple days. Um, and your knowledge of what's happening, you actually intuit that this rumor is actually about the cultists that you're tracking. So you know this reassures you that you guys are on the right track.
And there is one thing that I would be asking about specifically.
What's that?
Who the heck that tiefling man was?
Nobody knows.
Hmm.
He has no real connection with the criminal underworld of any sort.
Okay, then.
Do you come back to the camp?
I believe I would, except I think we're at an inn and not a camp because we're in a
Sure.
city.
That is true.
We're not sitting outside burning boxes like hobos.
I'm a little surprised that no one that didn't turn into a discussion and all after that scene, but
I was gonna say something.
okay.
You look a little shaken, Lucina. You all right? Been gone for a while.
Is this
It's a city.
is this a private conversation between you two? Just out of curiosity.
Yeah. I'll just run into her when she comes back.
Okay.
It's a city, and there's some guards, and not my strong suit guards there.
Yeah, I don't really like guards either. Haven't exactly had great time
And
with guards.
that because I mean,
Don't make deception rolls on each other unless you're never gonna roll against each other in a role playing scenario unless it's a scenario where I specifically deem it's necessary. You guys are gonna talk, and your character's gonna have whatever suspicions that they want to have about each other.
This makes sense in my mind. This makes sense because we've been dealing with some guards recently, which is why I do that. But
Okay.
future reference, yes, I will not. But
Okay. So yeah, if you're gonna try to deceive or convince your other party members, you're actually just gonna do that in character.
Yeah, and then it's on me to decide if I want to
right.
Right.
which I don't at this point. Well, you were gone for quite a while. Did you find what you were looking for?
I found some things out. Heard there's rumors of the cult circulating through the lower half of the city. So yeah, sounds like they are on their way, which is just great.
Well, I mean, that's what we're here for.
I mean, yeah, but
it's good that they're coming.
I was hoping they would have just been really smart and gone through the fields of the dead.
Well, I mean, there's still time.
For the record, going through the fields of the dead isn't exactly considered a smart idea. It's a good way to get yourself dead real fast.
Joke, sarcasm.
Well, when the sunken showed up, you seemed a little on edge when he asked you about that girl. Is there something you're not telling us?
I mean, what? Just what?
I don't know. You just seemed off. I mean, I'm inclined to trust anyone who worships my patron.
Who is your patron again?
It's the progenitor.
Okay, out of character. Who is he again?
It's a tentacle monster in the sea.
Yeah.
Oh, Cthulhu!
It's a kraken.
Okay. Oh, so he actually can unleash the Oh my god. That's awesome. Anyway, okay, back into character. Well, yeah, it's kind of weird, but I mean, you do you.
Well, I mean, if you need help with anything, obviously my order knows something about you. I'm not going to pry if you don't want me to know. That's fine. But If you need someone to talk to, I can keep secrets. I have plenty of my own.
I will keep that in mind. And just kind of like looking at him like, I don't know. Can he keep a secret?
And I just shrug and go back to training.
Okay. Anyone else have some follow-up role-playing session here, or we good? I'll take that as a no. Okay. So a few days later, you guys, Akeen comes up to you and says, "I just got word that that a a number of wagons showed up at the east gate, and some materials are coming through the city right now, getting ready to be loaded up on new wagons on the north gate, and they're going to be joining this caravan. The caravan's going to be leaving probably tomorrow. So I'd get ready."
All right.
And I think each of your employers kind of sends for you and like relays this information because they don't know that you've already heard this. So yeah, you guys you're called into your services. Is there anything that people want to do like last minute here as the new carts are being loaded up?
Oh, I just looked at some stuff, and I should probably get, for my magic, I need like a pinch of colored salt and a twig from a tree that was struck by lightning, because that's not specific enough.
I think you can get those components from like a magic shop nearby for like just a couple gold pieces. We'll say 3 gold pieces for those.
I was about to say I'll just knock 3 off.
Did you also want to go searching for that other thing we talked about this morning?
Yeah, that's what I was kind of getting at when I was window shopping. I wasn't sure if I...
Yeah, you find one of those for 25 gold. Sorry, I forgot about that.
Okay. And... now, what was it we discussed it as? It was...
It has the same stats as a longsword, but it can be used as a finesse weapon.
Okay, so longsword plus dex, right. Okay,
Lucina bought a katana.
Yes, I did. I will describe it in like a minute. Just let me write it in the pack real quick. That's probably was a longsword. Weight, that's what, like 3 pounds, 5 pounds.
How much does
3 pounds? Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yep. Basically, just going back in time, like just a day, real quick. Just
that's fine.
Sees it and kind of just does a couple of tests, pulls it out of the scabbard, does a looking down the edge, trying to get a idea as to how straight the blade is.
Oh, it's pristine. It's a great blade.
Looking at the hammer marks on the edge of the sword where it tapers into a point, sees, just get a good feel for the person who made it just from looking at that sort of stuff. The handguard itself, it has kind of etchings of cherry blossoms and a cherry tree kind of just flowering in the wind. And it's wrapping as a kind of a leather cord that's been dyed black. And scabbard itself is red.
Nice.
And she just says to herself, I've been looking for something like this for a long time.
Very nice.
And back to present.
All right, so yeah, I think each of your employers kind of sends for you, and there's a number of travelers that sort of gather up with the caravan. There's probably like, besides like the actual like caravan guards, teamsters, the merchants, there's probably about 24 other people who are just coming along on this journey. They sort of just walk alongside the carts, or some of them might pay to hitch a ride on the back of one of the carts during the day. That way they don't have to walk the whole way. But this is your caravan. It's going to be 9 carts. There are the 6 merchants that you guys had a chance to go talk to before, plus 3 that have just joined the caravan. And you notice that the 3 that have just joined the caravan are awfully defensive about their carts. They're not letting people near it. They don't want people looking inside. They're pretty much not they're keeping people away, and they're not being very social. So yes, up front is in the first wagon is our ale merchant. Number 2 is the silk wagon that Lucina has been hired on to. Number 3 and 4 are what you intuit to be the cult wagons. Number 5 is the female moon elf that is selling that's transporting exotic wood. Number 6, the porcelain wagon, who has a crew of 4 bodyguards, a half orc, a halfling, a half elf, and a gnome. That Lucina might recognize as someone that she looks awfully familiar to her.
Is that rat bastard that stole my short bow?
It isn't. But no, these people look familiar to you, but perhaps you can't exactly place why. And number 7 is the brothers who are transporting their carvings. So I believe 3 of you work for him. Number 8 being the gold dwarf that Giovanni has been brought on to service with, and number 9 being another cult wagon. So 3 cult wagons, 6 others. You have quite the party moving along. Quite a few guards, about 2 dozen other travelers, and everyone's good to go at dawn the next day.
I can never hear that and not think of Majora's Mask.
All right, so
where are we heading?
Yep.
You're down here.
Pretty much the route you're going to be following is most people are this caravan's pretty much going to Waterdeep. That's the destination right now. So do. So yep, this is gonna be a long journey. You guys are moving about 15 miles a day. You have to take a break every 7 days or so. That way, the hauling animals can get some rest. This journey is going to take you guys approximately 2 months. What's up?
Quick. Are we on our horses?
You did not bring the horses.
Why didn't we bring the horses, guys?
You didn't load them up on the. You didn't load them up on the carts.
It was a barge, like a flatbed barge.
No,
I thought that was your order. That was supposed to supply them.
They're not my order.
They are your order.
No, they're not.
One day you'll understand what you did.
Yeah, but yeah, no, you guys didn't bring the horses, so I mean, you guys because you guys are they want the guards to keep fresh and stuff. You guys sort of get a chance to take shifts on riding the cart, so you're not walking the whole time throughout the day. But yeah, you guys are gonna start journeys. I have some random encounter tables that I'm gonna roll every day on, pretty much.
Oh, you said 2 weeks?
2 months.
Oh, 2 months.
It's a long look. Look at how far up we're going. That's a.
Yeah, that's
Like
that's
500 miles.
270 right there. 270 right there, so 540 plus another 80 on top of that. Yeah, you guys are going far. You guys are only going to be moving about 15 miles a day.
Oh, 15. I thought
Yeah, you said 50 earlier.
15.
Okay.
15.
Never mind.
Yeah, we just rev the ox up in the third gear and just blast through. Third
Alright,
gear on
so
an
let's
ox
see
is
here.
3 miles an hour.
Do some math real quick. Alright, so it's going to take you about 17 days to get to that turn. So, let's see. Aha! Day number 2.
Man, I love the Oregon Trail.
So, yeah, your first
died
day
at
sort of goes without incident. But you guys are moving up into the fields of the dead, which is kind of a scary place to be. Shoot.
Ironically enough, it's where all the priests of life gather around.
Right. So on the afternoon of the second day, here, let's see here. First of all, I need to go back here and grab all of your tokens. All right, so these are you guys are kind of moving along the road here. How are you guys positioned, kind of on the on this caravan track so far? Just like
Well,
you don't necessarily have to be next to the cart that you're hired to protect. I'm just like, you guys are kind of just walking through. It's afternoon. Where do you guys think you're spaced out right now?
Well, if there's water, I'm next to it.
I don't think there actually is water here. I think it's just.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah.
I would probably just be actually next to a cart.
Okay.
I'm gonna kind of be like close to our little friend here. There we go.
I'd walk with Rhatzeal.
All right, so this is where you guys think you are right now?
Yeah, I'd probably be taking point because I'm fast.
Cool. All right, emerging from the bushes to the sound of some alarm are some creatures. Bam. Yeah. So let me tell you a little bit about what you guys are seeing right now. Where are my player
Spiders and
handouts?
giant millipedes.
Don't worry, our gigantic horses will help us.
Yeah, they're the size of like 16 men.
They're size large actually, so that's why they are what they are.
That's hilarious.
So that theoretically, they're token wise, they're the size of 4 men, but you guys see some of these.
Jesus Christ, they're 4 people tall.
Yeah, the proportions there aren't super great. And there is no handout for the giant spiders, but I think you guys get the idea.
Ettercap.
Yeah. So this is what you see come barreling out of the woods. I want everyone to roll for initiative.
Aw, yeah.
Perfect.
Every time. Every single time.
Man, bunch of high rollers here today.
I think probably within the past 10 times we rolled initiative, I've probably been like the lowest, 9 out of those.
Yeah, not always nat ones, because that's my shtick.
Where am I spider character sheets. There we
Guess
go.
to be fair, I do have a lot of plate armor. I'm not very quick to react.
Character sheet.
Does anyone else see acorns?
I kind of see it, actually, yeah.
All right, Giovanni, you see this shit come barreling out of the woods, coming straight for you guys. What do?
Let's see. I guess I'll move. I'll move over here and I'll prepare action. Oh god, I can't do this. Do we have the name of the other things? I guess.
What?
The giant
we got
spiders.
header caps and we have.
Giant spiders.
Didn't necessarily. They're giant spiders. You can see that they're giant spiders. I don't know if you recognize the header caps. You can make as a free action. I'll let you to make a nature check. Oh yeah. Okay, you know all about the header caps. Actually, let me pull up. Header caps are humanoid spiders that tend, feed, and watch over spiders the way a shepherd oversees a flock of sheep. They lair deep in remote forests. Fine strands of silk streams from glands in the ettercap's abdomen. Fine strands of silk stream from the glands in the ettercap's abdomen, letting it shoot sticky strands of webbing to bind and trap or strangle its victims. So these are essentially, these are things are, they're called ettercaps. They're essentially humanoid spiders.
Well, if one comes near me, I'll stab it.
All right. Very well. You have a reaction set. And the giant spiders are going to move now. They're just both going to move up 30 feet. They seem to be kind of coming at you.
Guys, they're military trained.
Tactical spiders. All right, Talia?
Okay, I'm gonna move up and try and hit one of the closer spiders with my sling.
You need an upgrade for that shit.
Yeah, get a slingshot.
You miss.
Don't hate.
Yeah, so that misses.
Nat 1 incoming.
Go see that Nilo.
Okay, now, my question is, because I have this card in my way, am I seen?
No. I'm going to say that you're not, currently.
Okay, I agree, because those cards would be pretty freaking tall. Anyway, my plan is move around the card here to, like, here-ish.
To the
like,
corner,
just
okay.
on the, yep, and then... let's go for the bigger target.
Giant spider that's closest to you, I'm assuming?
Yep.
Okay, yeah, make a shot.
Taking the shot.
13. Actually misses.
Wouldn't that be advantage because I'm an unseen attacker?
I suppose it is, yeah. Is that how it works with
Yeah, I remember
attacks?
that we had to look that up.
Right,
Unseen
okay.
attacker.
Yeah, we've had this conversation like 3 times before.
Yes.
Alright, yeah, it hits. Roll for damage.
And
10.
hold on real quick.
Activating sneak attack, I'm sure. Wow. Okay.
I upgraded.
2. That is a lot of damage right there. That spider squeals in pain. It's like it's threshing. It hates that. Rhatzeal?
That was max damage on the sneak attack, by the way.
Yeah.
I'm kind of in awe because I haven't seen spiders in a very long time. I'm gonna move back here and I'm gonna cast Armor of Agathis on myself, giving myself 10 temporary hit points. And if someone hits me, they take 10 full damage.
All right, cool.
Oh yeah, as a bonus action, I would probably just have moved, maybe like back here.
Do you have enough movement left to do that?
Well, I mean, I do have my. Let's see, I was here.
My question is, are you using this as a dash action, or are you using this a dash cutting action, or are
15,
you trying to hide?
15. That would have been answering your questions in order. 15 this way, then 15 there, so that'd be 30. I would move back as a bonus action because I have my cutting action.
All right, so you use cutting action to dash then, correct?
No, just cutting action just to move back my.
Right, but what I'm saying is, if you have a speed of 35 feet, correct?
Yeah, I would have used my
15,
original movement
you move 30,
to move.
Yeah, you move 30 you move 30 to do that. So your speed is 35, correct?
Yep. Take a shot.
Yeah, to move back here, that would require using your cutting action to dash, which means you're not hiding right now. You just dash back.
Cutting action gives a bonus. I can either move or dash. It doesn't have to be a dash, but regardless, I'd move back there. My bonus.
Okay.
Here, I'll even.
Yes, but you're moving more than your speed. Therefore, you instead of using a dash action as your action, you're using it as a cutting action. So
that does say only dash.
Yes.
Anyway.
Yeah, so you're good.
I thought it said general movement. That's my bad. I mean, it makes sense. Why would you just walk? But
right.
Anyway, now we're on the same page.
Yes, it is Rhatzeal's turn.
I already went. It's my turn again.
Right. Yes. No, it's not. Ettercaps.
Sorry about that.
Lucina sidetracked me.
That's my fault.
This guy's gonna move down here. This guy's gonna move right here. This guy is gonna move right up here. And he wants a piece of Giovanni. Make your. Oh, yep, that hits. Okay, it takes that hit, but it's still looking pretty healthy and not pissed off at you. It's gonna start by biting at you. So let's see here. Let's start making some attack rolls. +4. 12. That doesn't hit. Second one with its claws. Another 12. So it comes up to you and it snaps at you and riposte.
Yeah,
that does not hit. Yep. Okay. So yeah, you attempt to riposte, and it does not connect. But the movement there does throw off the Ettercap enough so that when it comes around with its claws, that it doesn't connect with you. It is Misha's turn.
Misha's gonna be a good guard trick and come guard and attack this weird bug thing.
All right, do your thing.
Does he get advantage with pack tactics?
Oh,
yes, he does actually. Oh, crits. Okay. Oh, okay. Alright, so that's 9 damage there. He gets the multi-attack though, yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Wow!
Wow. Mirror. Wow.
Misha's a beast.
This thing is bleeding heavily and it's starting to question its life decisions. It is Virtus's turn.
I give Misha some jerky.
No, that'll spoil his appetite for spider people.
All right. I'm going to move right here. I'm going to
Hang on. 10. 15. Yeah, okay, that's fine.
all right. And so I haven't done this yet, so I'm just going to try, but I'm going to use my Shield Master feat to actually shove the Ettercat, but I can either shove it back 5 feet or shove it to knock it prone. So I'm going to try to shove to knock it prone as a bonus action.
Okay. Shit.
And it's I use my strength athletics, and it can use either a strength athletics to contest it or a dex acrobatics,
So it's
depending
kind
on
of
what
like
one it wants
it's
to
kind
use.
of like a grapple escape type thing, right?
Right, except it can use dex acrobatics
All right,
if it wants
gonna
to.
roll acrobatics against you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I rolled a 23.
This is gonna be real hard for it. So that's 16 plus 3 would normally be good, but you are superhuman. You push him prone.
All right. So when it's prone, it has disadvantage on any attacks against us, and any attacks made to it within
Correct.
so many feet have
All right, and
advantage.
it
So I'm
is
gonna.
disadvantage on dexterity saving throws as well. Yes, I know.
Yep.
I remember the rules
Awesome.
of prone.
Awesome. Okay. I was basically repeating it to make sure I had it right. So
Yep.
cool.
Yeah, you got
So now I'm gonna attack it with my longsword.
Is that a bonus action? The shield mastery?
Yep. It makes a shove a bonus action instead of an action.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
Make your attack then.
So 21 and 8.
He is bleeding heavily. He's not
Actually,
looking too good on the ground.
That should actually be 10 because dueling. It's not adding the dueling in for some reason. It's an extra 2 damage. So it should be 10. I need to fix that.
All right. He's still hanging on. He's still alive. He's not doing great, but he is alive. Oh shit. Yes, I just keep on skipping people. I've mixed up now. Okay, Giovanni, it's your turn. You're attacking the guy on the ground, I'm assuming?
Yep.
Alright, yeah. That hits him.
Actually, hold on. I'll go for that advantage too.
Great. Go ahead, roll damage on that shit. Yeah, he's dead.
I saw the X appear before the damage, so I'm pretty sure he had only one health.
He had 3, but I'm pretty sure his bonus. Giovanni's
his minimum because of Dex.
Dex bonus on that covers it.
Yeah.
Are we getting rests between each encounter? Are we assuming?
Yeah. I mean, anytime I say a day has passed, yeah.
Oh Jesus. Okay, let's go ham.
I was thinking the same thing, but I didn't want to be too OP because, if I can Nova with all of my stuff resetting, paladins just have insane damage.
Oh yeah, no, I'm going that way. You got your divine smites. I've caught.
Oh yeah.
A lot.
Are you action surging?
Right.
I'm guessing.
Oh, action surging superiority, technically luck dice.
Oh shit!
And second
Here
win,
we go.
Nat 1.
I
mean, that's like 2 Nat 1s put together.
Well, you miss the giant spider. You see. Okay.
Fine.
It is the giant spider's turn now, and he didn't like the fact that you tried to stab him.
Now, for the record, when I action surge, I also get 2 bonus actions that turn, so I'm just throwing that out there.
Wait, what? Well,
when you action surge, it doesn't only give you a standard action; it gives you an action and a bonus action. I learned that this week.
Oh, nice.
Right, so it essentially gives you another set of turns almost. But do you have any bonus action? Can you use your bonus action to do anything right now?
I think those are my superiority movements? Question mark.
I believe so. Unless
I think
I mean, riposte and parry are reactions, and I don't believe action surging gives you 2 reactions.
Oh, okay.
Although that's a good question. We'll have to look that up later. But for now, I'm going to say you don't get 2 reactions when you action surge.
That's fine.
Still only get the 1. All right, giant spider's going to go now, and he's gonna bite you. He's gonna bite you good.
Go for it.
Oh, he's gonna bite you real good. That's a 23.
I use a luck point.
You can do that on enemy attack rolls. That's correct.
Yep.
Congratulations, that's a 24.
Well, cool. I guess I'll take the 23.
Alright, well, that's going to be 1d8 piercing damage plus 3. Oh boy. You're not going to like this, but You're probably gonna live, probably. All right. First of all, you take 8 piercing damage.
That's fine.
Oh, I'm sorry, 11 piercing damage. That's +3. And make a Constitution saving throw.
9.
And you failed a con save.
I mean, I guess I would re-roll that too. I don't know. Do you really want to give me like unlimited luck points? Because that's kind of how it's looking.
I don't think you can spend more than 1 a turn.
I
Yeah.
can double check that.
I think you can.
Oh, okay. Well, wait.
It's just until you run out. You only have 3 per long rest.
Well, you're also supposed to tell me whether you want to spend a luck point before I tell you the outcome too. So technically, in this case, I told
fine.
you failed the con
That's
save.
fine.
So yeah, you're gonna take this damage for now. You take 7 poison damage.
It's okay, guys. I have unlimited healing. We got this.
So that was actually a pretty good turn for that spider. This one's also gonna come up and do the same thing to you. Let's do it with my d20. There it is. That one's only a 12, so that spider misses. It's Talia's turn.
God damn it! Fucking hate this game today.
Okay, I'm gonna move up and kind of be like between all the beasts.
Where are you moving?
And then I'm gonna cast a Thunderwave at level 2.
Which direction are you pushing?
It's like centered on me, I think.
No, it's not. It's a box that extends 15 feet out in one direction from you. You push.
Are you
it's
sure
like,
about that?
I'm like 95%.
Each creature in a 15-foot cube originating from you must make a Constitution saving throw.
Originating from you. It's not centered on you.
Okay, got it.
It's like a box you push outward.
Okay.
So you
So
can change your movement if you want. So otherwise that would have been a very different implication, based on the last time you did it.
So can I do it to the one to the left of me and the 2 in front of me?
You'd have
Towards
from
Giovanni?
here, no, if you did it from here, you could catch the 2 spiders, but it would not hit the one to your left because it's so here are the ways you can if you were to do it to your right now, this is shit. Let me draw shape. This is what it would look like if you just aimed right now. Like you're on the center of the side. It's gonna do a 15 by 15 foot cube out ahead of you. So if you were facing the spiders,
Gotcha.
It would not catch that. Like I said, you can replan your movement now based on that if you want. I think if you were standing here, it might catch. Actually, I don't know if it would reach this one over here if you did that. But do you get the idea? So
yeah, just give me 1 second.
you could do it. Which direction are you casting it?
Towards the big spiders.
Why can't I grab this? Towards the spiders? Right now, from that position, Giovanni would get hit by it. Unless, you sort of did it to the right, so it was angled. I guess you could do it like this, and it would be okay? Yeah, that's fine.
Sure, let's do that.
But you see how that works, though? It's a 15-foot cube. You're sort of standing on the center of one side of it.
Yeah, I got it. I need to
All right,
play with it
as
more,
I
I guess.
recall, that these guys, you roll damage on this, and these guys have to make a dexterity saving throw, correct?
Constitution.
Constitution saving throw? Okay. Alright, so this is for left spider and right spider. The one on the left saves, the other one does not. Roll damage.
9. 9 if they fail and they're pushed back 10 feet, and then
Or
if they
half as
succeed,
much.
yeah, half. Or then they don't move.
Okay. The one on the left, despite not succeeding on the save, dies. So he's gone.
What the fuck? He died from 9 damage?
He died from 4 damage. He was already really damaged.
Yeah, I did 22.
Oh,
That's the
right.
one he got the sneak attack with the arrow on. And this one is this one takes 9 damage. He's still looking pretty healthy, and he's pushed back towards the edge. And he's pushed back. Does he fall prone? Is he prone?
On that?
What's that?
No, opportunity
No.
attacks are only provoked when the monster itself moves, not when
Yeah.
it's moved from someone else.
This thing just got blasted out of your like it didn't turn and run. It just got like lifted away.
He's not prone.
Okay, yeah, he's prone. He's kind of like he's on his back. You can see the legs up in the air flailing. He's trying to right himself. Okay. Good move, Talia. It is Lucina's turn.
Okay, well, seeing as I just heard a loud bang, it's like, well, let's hide and do the same thing again. Move around the corner.
You are not concealed right now, just so you know.
I know, that's why I'm saying hide
All right,
and
so
then move. They shouldn't have any line of sight on me, so...
Make a stealth check.
I mean, that's no problem, but...
Okay.
Yeah,
You are currently hidden.
Then move there again. Is this guy in cover at all?
I'm going to say he has half cover right now. You also just took your last shot from there. I don't think you can reasonably pop back out of the same spot, take another shot, and consider it to be concealed action.
Well, let's see then. Let's do measuring then. I could get there. But the question... Yeah, actually, yeah, he'd be able to see me, but these guys down here would be able to see me around the, because the cart's in the way of line of sight.
That is true.
So, in that case, 10, 15, 20, 30, yeah, I can do that.
Okay.
And...
Which one are you aiming for? That one? Okay.
Yep.
Attack away.
That's crit.
Sure is. Don't forget to double your sneak attack damage too. All right, so that is.
I think he's dead.
You'd think that, but you'd be wrong.
I'm disappointed. I'm very disappointed now.
Yeah, 31 damage. He's not feeling too great. But yeah, you kind of catch him in the neck, and like he squeals. He continues to move. It is Rhatzeal's turn.
That's actually my first crit damage of the entire game.
That can't be right, is it?
Yes, it is. I've not done that before. I've gotten crit fails, but not crit hits.
I will just Eldritch Blast our friend flailing on the ground.
Okay. Make an attack roll with advantage. Okay, that hits.
8 damage.
He is bloodied. Oh jeez. So this is not going the Ettercap's way. They're not super happy, but they are gonna move up to this horse, and they're both gonna try to start unhooking the horse from its harness.
Wouldn't this one get attack of opportunity from Talia?
If she would like to, yeah.
Sure.
Swing that quarterstaff. Does not hit. So yeah, those guys are trying to unhook the horse from the harness, and that's how they spend their turn. It is Misha's turn.
Rhatzeal, do you want to command Misha since you're closer to him for this turn?
Sure. Pull up that. I will. I don't even know how far he moves. How about you do it? Because I don't actually know the character sheet very well.
Okay.
You do have access to his character sheet now.
Yeah, I'm just reading it now.
There's not much on there, but he's pretty.
He hits things.
Yeah. Oh, he's got personality traits and everything.
Yeah.
I'll just go. You do his normal attack.
Make it with advantage.
Why with advantage?
Because it's prone.
It doesn't. The spell doesn't knock it prone, no.
I thought you said it did.
No, she
I don't know
said
if I
it
cut out. I said it didn't.
Oh, okay.
Well, regardless,
Alright, well, it's okay.
Raz's
and then
damage is fine.
regular. That does not connect with the bite. Does connect with the tail roll tail damage. Oh, just enough. So he dodges the bite, but Misha quickly swings around with the tail, and it connects just on the side of its head. You hear a deafening crack as the spider goes limp and falls forward.
Yay, Misha!
Vertus.
That's
All right. So let me just double check my movement here. All right. So I'm gonna move down to this one. Actually, wait. I'll move right here. So I'll move into the middle of these two. Same thing as last time. Gonna try to knock this one down.
Okay.
So that is the athletics 22.
And he's again going to try acrobatics to save. That's 16. He is knocked prone.
Awesome. So I'll attack him. 25.
Crit.
All right. So since that crit, I'm going to divine smite, and I'm trying to actually figure out. So I have 3 spell slots. So does that mean I could cast divine smite? I could add 3d8, so it's 5d8.
Are you trying to cast it at a higher level? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, you can expend extra spell slots to add 1d8 damage to divine.
Let me read the spell description. Do you have it on your character sheet? Pop it in chat, because that's not typically how that works, unless this one works different than other spells. So
yeah, it does. Because it's not technically a spell. Hold on, I'll search it.
Smite, you can only spend 1 spell slot. You can't stack multiple spell slots, and the spell slot you choose is the level that you choose it.
Right.
Yeah, casting at a higher level.
Divine.
So
are
you
you
can
sure?
Cast yeah.
Where is Divine Smite listed?
I'm looking at my magic too.
It can only expend 1 spell slot. Period. You can't cast it multiple times.
Oh, that is true. It's 1. Yeah.
Cause
oh no. Okay, I know what I'm trying to do. Okay, so yeah, I expend 1 spell slot, but then I can also. Hold on, I'm thinking of the wrong smite.
Sorry, I'm messing with
You
So
also know your smite damage, by the way.
so as let me see.
Smite.
Yeah, so I was thinking of adding Wrathful Smite, but I can't because I already used the bonus action.
bonus
Nope,
action.
that makes sense. All right, so anyways, let me try to figure this out. So I do a regular attack damage.
1 paladin spells on radiant damage.
So that's 13. And then I'll Divine Smite. And then I also add 1d8.
You're attacking the northern one, right? Because if so, I'm pretty sure it was dead for a while.
Yeah, just.
Yeah, so you do that. You add your sword glows with divine radiant energy. And it cuts through this dude like butter, and his head just falls off.
I soften it up for both of you guys.
So 8, 24, about 37 damage. All right, cool. That's my turn.
That's all. 37. That's fine.
Yeah, just 37. I still have 2 spell slots. That wasn't too bad.
Oh, I miss.
You did. There are no
Playing a
giant
fighter
spiders.
is fun.
Talia. Talia.
Sorry, I can't like talk and click at the same time.
That's okay. Cast Shillelagh.
And miss.
Does not hit. Alright, Lucina, you
Does
are no
a horse
longer.
count as an ally because they're focusing on the horse?
Plus it's
No,
getting
because
attacked by
the
3.
horse is not engaging with this thing. Like, it's not.
Well,
You are not currently concealed.
no, I'm not going to bother at this point because what my plan is just book it down here, down to there, and go for an attack.
Is this with the katana?
No, this isn't. It's not worth it. It's not worth it.
Short sword.
Yeah, that was just a stab.
Yep, that hits. Yeah, it takes that, and
I'm just gonna get.
it's
rid
looking
of that.
pretty healthy though. Rhatzeal.
Yeah, kind of figured.
Oh, my turn.
Yep.
Sorry. 6. I will Eldritch Blast it.
Okay.
Bang bang.
Missed.
11. All right. That's it for me.
Okay. Whew. All right. This was not the plan. It's not happy with how things have gone. It finishes its action to finish cutting the horse out of the harness, and it's gonna try to jump up on the horse and try to ride it out. First of all, it's gonna make an animal handling check to see whether that's something that it can succeed on. 16. It does jump on the horse successfully. Everyone who's next to it can make an attack of opportunity on it as it tries to get away.
Oh,
that
God.
one, but that doesn't count.
Oh, God.
Actually, it does count because I mean, we don't have advantage.
Virtus and Giovanni connect.
And meanwhile, I lose my short sword.
Yep, yours is scattered under this. It's swung out of your hand. It's currently under that cart right now. Okay, so
Never
Where
really
are the
got
other
used to using
guards?
that.
So 21 damage for me.
They're dealing with other Ettercaps. They're actually attacking the rest of the convoy right now. But they're dealing with them. Okay, how much damage was that total? Holy shit. 11, 24, 32, 33.
Yep.
All right. This thing takes a ton of damage. It actually just overslides on the horse and falls prone over here. It's Misha's turn.
Misha's just gonna eat that spider.
Sure is. I agree with that. Virtus.
Spider, lobster of the land.
All right. I'll move over. Same thing as before. 19 on athletics to shove it. Get down.
Dex save fails. It's prone.
25. Crit again.
Cool.
16 damage. I'm out of spell slots actually because I used it on the reaction, so that's all I've got.
Tell me how you finish
Shoving
this.
as a bonus. Jeez, that is powerful.
Yeah. Yeah, I had to give up a stat increase for it, but it was worth it.
Yeah, tell me how you finish it.
All right, so I'm just gonna give it like just an extremely hard shove to try to almost like knock it in the air. So when it lands, it just crumples and goes prone. And as soon as it crumples, I just take the sword and shove it right into it.
Cool.
Just quick, efficient kill.
Very good. All right. How much XP do you guys get? Because I don't want to forget to dole it out this time. 400 plus.
And I'm
cap,
retrieving my blade.
Just can't hold on to anything.
I thought it was one of those daggers I took from the kobolds, and I tried to throw it at him, but then I realized, oh wait.
And then I'll walk over to Giovanni and heal him for 20 points of health.
You guys get 600 XP from this entire thing?
Each of us?
Each of you.
Damn.
Wow.
So
Do a few more of those.
everyone who's shot at the dragon should be at 4355.
Abby, what are we at?
Yep.
3,730.
Okay, and how much did we get, Richard? Sorry, 600?
You got 600 total.
So
Sorry, that's with the
4350.
600.
Okay, you're off somewhere. 'cause
Yeah,
I'm
you're way
already
off.
At 3730.
Shoot.
Let's see. So we're at 40 or 4330. Because what are you guys at?
43,
I'm at 4355. You should be at 4330.
Yeah.
Yeah, it should be pretty close. 4330. All right, you've solved my spider puzzle.
Man, who knew so many puzzles could be solved with violence?
Are we getting?
So spoiler, like this was supposed to be like a two-part thing. Like these guys were supposed to like steal some horses and make off like bandits into the woods. You just kill them all before they can even get to the horses.
Yeah, we have a lot of damage dealers.
Well, yeah.
We do.
Verge has some pretty significant crowd control happening too now.
I would say that these three down here are good at dealing damage, so long as I'm in the shadows.
I told you guys
And
I'd
your bowstring
protect
is
you all.
attached to your bow.
Hey, I got rid of that problem back in Elturol.
I'm just good at being crafty. I like that.
Okay. All right. So yeah, everyone, like, you guys repel this attack effortlessly. Everyone takes a moment to reattach the one horse that got disconnected from its harness back to its harness. And yeah, you guys are heroes. Everyone cheers excitedly. You guys are worth the money that they paid for you.
Yeah, 10 gold.
Yeah, I say that's worthy of a raise.
And your employers laugh. No.
Oh, wait a second. You said 10 gold per 10 day, and
Per
you said
10
we're gone
day.
for 2 months.
So yeah, you guys are gonna accumulate approximately 8 to 10 days worth of gold.
Wow.
Yeah.
How many ducks is that?
Huh?
A lot of ducks.
You just see Talia with
There's
a
some ducks.
bag of them.
A dozen life-size ducks.
Okay. So yeah, that was actually pretty. You got that encounter in on day 2, pretty good.
Before we do another encounter, I actually need to get ready to go. I have to go to a funeral soon.
Oh geez.
Oh,
All right. So call here for the day then. Right. You have to start getting ready now. Is what you're saying, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't be late because we're helping host it.
Okay. Okay. That's fine. Next week, I believe,
Abby has
you
work,
said,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to work at, what did I say, 9:30?
Okay. Yeah.
Are we gonna do a one shot, or is it just gonna end early?
No, I was
I
just
think
gonna
we
keep
can
going.
do a short. I think we can do a short 2-hour session instead.
Right.
Okay.
Just so you know, I have a note that you get 56 gold from something. I don't remember what it's from, but you get 56 gold.
Oh, it was party gold.
Probably.
You were
Okay.
divvying up party
Well,
gold.
make sure you add that.
I will add that. Thanks for
Okay.
reminding me.
Okay, so these have been running. I guess we've been going for almost 3 hours now. Jeez.
Yeah.
All right, so next week is going to be a short session. If you guys want to insert another session into the week somewhere, we could do that. Just not Wednesday or Friday, but we could
It
talk
would
about.
be really hard for me to do during the week because
Okay.
I don't get home until like 7 Pacific, which is really late for you guys.
That's true.
Yeah.
Okay, well, just a thought.
I mean, you guys could do something without me if you wanted. I don't mind.
We're good. I just having fun playing. I just want to open the door for that. All right, so you guys make it approximately up to here in your 2 days, pretty much. So I'm gonna put a little mark on.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got a long way to go.
So, boop. There you go.
Basically, we're just one dot on the Indiana Jones overview map of when he's flying.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, we'll call the session there. Good job, guys.
Yay.
We did it.
I'm very excited to test out this new weapon.
Yeah, I'm kind of disappointed you didn't do it already.
Oh, I
I'm
couldn't
with-
get close enough. They